Norman Powell has made his way to Vegas and did an interview for his introductory with the Chicago Bulls. And in that interview, he says he wants the Chicago Bulls to surprise teams around the NBA. Plus, we have a lot more that he has said. And Caleb Wilson, we get a little hindsight view of what he told Bryson Graham that got him to Chicago. Y'all know we're going to talk about it, break it all down, but you know you got to hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog, C-Dub. What's the word?
What's the word from North Carolina? Hell, you talking?
Yeah. So if you tuned in today on this beautiful Sunday, man, make sure y'all go ahead and do the simple two-step process. Hit that like button and subscribe. And this two-step doesn't require rhythm. So it's easiest two-step you will ever do in your life. Don't freeload on us. Support the channel the easiest way as possible. But C-Dub, let's jump right into the content, man. Norman Powell. He did a full 17.5 minute interview with some reporters from Chicago down in Vegas. He met with some of his teammates. C-Dub even worked out and invited some of the young guys to an early morning workout prior to the interview. And during that interview, I'm paraphrasing here, Norman Powell talked a lot about how he valued being wanted. And then he said something that jumped off the screen. He says a lot of people are expecting the Chicago Bulls to be at the bottom of the conference. A lot of people are expecting them to be a play-in team. But he wants the Bulls to surprise teams around the NBA. C-Dub, how you feeling about that statement coming from Norman Powell?
Shout out to the elderly statesman of the Chicago Bulls. Shout out to Norman Powell at 33 years of age. Although I'm going to just be real. He will realist over here. You know, he want to come over here to help the kids, but $23 million would make that a little bit easier to go there. We just gonna say it. But anyway, in his comment to say that the Bulls may be a surprise, let's just look out the construction of the lineup. Let's talk about length. No, you know what? Let's go to the line of slap. Size. You got Montes Buzelis, you got Nick Claxton, you got Caleb Williams. These guys are over 6'10". You got Caleb Wilson, you got Leonard Miller. You also have a Jalen Smith, and don't you dare forget about Zach Collins. All over the size of the height of 6'10". Now, when you get length, all of those guys again, and then you add Dalen Swain, Patrick Williams, and Josh Giddey as well. Then we talk about athleticism. Do we really need to talk about athleticism? I think that Josh Giddey is the most happiest guy on the planet at this point right now. Just on the fact, and not mention anybody else, that you have Nick Claxton, Caleb Wilson, and Montes Buzelis in the starting lineup with you. The projected starting lineup, but that's probably going to be the starter. They're going to be in the starting lineup. My goodness. Now, physicality. Y'all seen Caleb yesterday chasing down blocks and getting his hand in a cookie jar? Did y'all see Noah Essegay, who's also 6'11", and I did not mention him in my first soliloquy. Did you see him dog out Cedric Howard, who is a terrific player? He put him in a box. He was in a box. This team is well constructed when you want to talk about size. We got shooters in Montes Buzelis and Norman Powell. You got ball handlers and Josh Giddey, Trey Jones, Rob Dillingham as well. You also going to have some prospects. I'm hoping it's Donovan Atwell, maybe Jalen Sellers. Can be put in the AA, or the G League, whatever you want to use. When you sit back and just look at it honestly, it's a very well constructed roster. with all phases you need. Somebody that can control the ball. We got some guys that can score the ball. We got some guys that can defend. We got some guys that can defend the paint. It's going to be a good season. I'm rocking with Norman Powell.
For sure. I love the statement that he wants to set that expectation. He also talked about during the interview that he loves and wanted to be a part of something, well, be a part of Bryson Graham's vision in building his culture and helping build this culture. He spoke a lot about Norman Powell, that is. He spoke a lot about how he want to bring in some of those habits into this team and, push that off into the young guys. But I love that he has an early expectation of wanting to be a surprise team around the NBA, because nobody is really counting on the Chicago Bulls to do anything. And I'm not going to jump off the porch right now. I'm keep it a buck. I'm not going to jump off the porch right now. But if the Chicago Bulls do surprise teams around the NBA, that's good for us as fans. That's good for us. And I love that he's putting that emphasis and that expectations in the minds of these young guys early on, so they can go out there and potentially accomplish some stuff, because you could very well go out there and do a number of things, and you could be good, you could be mid, you can be bad. Just 3 categories that you could be. You could probably be dumpster fire if you want to add a 4th category. So I'm interested to see. I love that he had made this statement. And I love that he's not just coming to Chicago with the expectation of, let's just make the play in. We'll see. Obviously, we're going to wait and see what they do. But I love that he's not coming to this mentality saying, I don't think he'll say it out loud either. Let me just get my money and go hoop. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
I respect what he said. Now, C-Dub, I almost called you as Steve-O. C-Dub, I also want to talk about this. When he talked about when they asked him, what are you expecting to bring to this team in regards to the young guys? And I'm paraphrasing again, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 18-minute video. If you want to check it out, it's on the Chicago Bulls Twitter. He said, I want them to stay true to their self. Don't skip the work and do more than what is required. What is your reaction to that statement from Norman Powell?
Great words from Norman Powell. What I get out of that, he's saying, just because I'm here and you guys know what I can do, the NBA knows what I can do, the world knows what I can do on the basketball floor. Don't let me stop what you want to do on the basketball floor. Be yourself. I'm not going to be a hindrance to anybody's development. That's what I'm reading from his comments right there, nephew. He's not going to be a hindrance to anybody's development. That's what he's saying.
And C-Dub, he also added, I'm just what he pretty again, paraphrasing, ladies and gentlemen. He said, I never needed 25 shots in this league. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you. He said, I never needed 25 shots in this league to be an impactful player. I've always played within the flow of the game and did what my team needed me to do. What do you say to that?
I would say he's telling the truth, and he's right on point. He's never been a guy to be a 20-shot guy. He's always been an efficient scorer, much in the likes of a Kevin Garnett, but not Kevin Garnett, Kevin Durant. I'm not saying the same persons, of course, guys. I'm just saying that the efficient scorer. He doesn't need 25 shots to get 20 points. He probably needs 10 to 15 shots. That's what Norman Powell is.
Yeah, and I agree with both of those statements. When it comes to telling the young guys to stay true to themselves and doing more than what is required, he spoke on you have to earn the trust of your coaches. You have to do the things, that most people is just going to say, okay, I'm going to show up before practice, stay just a little bit, and then go home. He said that's not good enough. And I respect that, because Montes Buzelis, Tiago Splitter has placed in the media that, hey, we're going to see how Montes reacts in some pick and roll sets that we're going to run with him being the ball handler, initiating the pick and roll. We want to see if Montes Buzelis has been working on that counter move or going to the left with the left hand to improve his game. We're going to be watching Caleb Wilson and see how his development improves each and every game. Obviously, success is not linear. You know what I'm saying? It's not one way that you can do things, but it's good that he's saying that he wants these guys to stay true to themselves. And I also really, we already knew this. He doesn't need 25 shots, but he made it clear. I don't need 25 shots. I just want to do what my team needs me to do. And he also mentioned for the Josh Giddey haters, Josh Giddey is an exceptional playmaker. That's what he said. So the NBA players respect him. Coaches respect him. Most of us fans respect him. But some way, somehow, he still got some haters. Hey, Josh Giddey, keep doing what you're doing, brother. You ain't doing nothing right if you ain't got no haters, bro.
Yeah, bro. We ain't got no haters, bro. Everybody, if you're being successful, even on our way to 10K subscribers, thank you guys, by the way, again for that. You're gonna have haters, bro. It just comes with the territory, bro. If everybody loved you, bro, you suck, bro. You ass.
Damn, bro. That's it. But I also think, I to the earlier point, C-Dub, to what you made about the construction of the roster, I honestly think it's in a good place.
I wanted to ask you that question.
Not great, but
let me ask you. Let me frame the question first.
Frame the question,
nephew. When you look at this roster, and I think this is how the roster is going to be. Maybe you get Atwell. Maybe he comes in the league, but what we looking at with the roster, you know, the guys. Is there any other team with this combination of players? And second, do you think this will be a problem for offenses in the NBA this season?
A combination of this roster, I probably would the first team that came in my head was San Antonio. With all the length and the athleticism that they have. I'm not saying the Bulls are San Antonio, ladies and gentlemen. Calm down. We're just talking about the length, the athleticism, and the ability. So I would throw San Antonio out there, and I would say the length, athleticism, and what's available to the Bulls. They have some of those tools that can be successful for this. Obviously, we're still looking for the guy. And then I think that this team will present a problem to certain teams. Like if you have a team that is lacking in size, or a team that's a little bit older, or a team that's still youthful and still trying to grow, though, and with the expectations that these guys are defensive minded, and if you don't play defense, you're not getting playing time. That came from Bryson and Tiago. You don't play defense, you're not playing. I think that the Chicago Bulls have a well-constructed roster. It's not perfect. It's not great, but it's good.
Yeah, I like that answer, nephew. I just think that the Bulls, it's going to be tough trying to go up against all that length. When you think about Nick Claxton with his over 7-foot wingspan, you got Montes and Caleb, both of them. I think Caleb's at a 7-foot wingspan. I think Montes is at about a 6'10" wingspan. Then you got Norman and Giddey. Maybe you could try to attack us on the perimeter or stuff like that.
For sure.
But getting to the basket and the blindside blocks is going to be great. I think this team could lead the league in blocks.
I agree.
They can lead the team in blocks easily.
I agree. I think it's definitely on the board. You got Claxton, Montes, Caleb. Those guys gonna be swatting shit. You're gonna think it's a bunch of flies around the trash can.
Bro, don't mention what about the back. What about the second team, nephew?
That's what
Collins, Smith, Leonard, and Noah Essengate.
Right.
Exactly. Come on. They gonna win the block. They better be. I almost say they gotta be top five.
Back in the day. Electric slide. Hell is y'all talking about?
Joe, we don't call it block parties, bro. What we call it in Chicago, bro?
Fifi.
It's a Fifi. It's gonna be a Fifi party all damn year.
For sure. But hey, man. Yeah, shout out to Norman coming to play for some. We need and that veteran leadership. Before we move on and get ready to end the show, C-Dub, how do you expect Norman Powell to impact this team off the floor? Well, do on the floor and off the floor.
Okay, on the floor, we just need him to do what he does. That's get buckets. He's a professional scorer. When all else fails, and it's going to be times when this young team just ain't going to have an idea of what's the next thing to do. And you, with your experience and your shot making ability, I expect you to step in and be that guy to lead these young guys. Unless, of course, it's Caleb and or Montes. They take the reins by then. Off the floor, you're 33 years old. You probably been through every situation that can be put in the NBA. Off the floor, you done had all type of groupies come up to your face. You know which ones to mess with. You know which ones is cool. You know which ones is not gonna tell your business. You know which one.
For sure.
He better know about these bops. He got to tell all these young. That's the most important thing. He better tell these young boys about these bops out here. That's what he better tell them.
I agree with you for sure. But on the floor, I think he's gonna be a stabilizer. That's the term I'm gonna use. A stabilizer. When they need somebody to go to and they struggling a little bit offensively, they're gonna say, "Hey, Norman Powell." Norman Powell. Lead the way off the court. He gonna get them habits that is necessary to be successful in this league, bro. Showing them the work ethic and all that stuff, how you can work towards becoming an all-star or being even better. So I think it's gonna be great. But hey, before we get up out of here, C-Dub, the Bulls just dropped a recent video about Caleb Wilson's interview process with the Chicago Bulls. Bryson Graham asked him, why should we draft you? Essentially, Caleb Wilson pretty much said, I'm your guy. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. And then proceeded to go out there and work out to the umpteenth degree until damn near exhaustion, to damn near passing out and showing them that, hey, the leader that you asking me about, you need it. How you feeling about that?
Hey man, I love this video. I really recommend that you guys go and watch it. It's on the Chicago Bulls Twitter feed. Caleb Wilson, and is exactly what he says he is. He's just a freaking dog, bro. He's the leader personified. He's going to be a superstar in this league. He wants to be a great leader for this team. He wants to bring the Chicago Bulls back to the limelight. And I'm here for it all. I'm glad I have the opportunity to watch every game from now on in for Caleb as much as I can. And I think this is going to be something very special. Him and Montes. Y'all better stop forgetting about my boy.
For real. I think that last part is a very important piece, bro. We should not be forgetting about Montes Buzelis. There is a world where both of these guys can coexist. It's not one or the other. There's a world where both of these guys can coexist. Obviously, we're going to get these guys in training camp. We're going to get these guys in preseason and through the games. It doesn't matter who's the number one. You know what I'm saying? I think that's going to work itself out.
Yeah.
It's going to work itself out. But there is absolutely a world to where these two guys can be running mates and do what's necessary to get the job done, bro. And way back early in the episode, you are absolutely right. Josh Giddey should be smiling ear to ear about them pick and rolls and how he can lob this ball up to Montes or Caleb Wilson and Nick Claxton and Noah Essige and Leonard Miller and
Jalen Smith.
And you can kick it to the corner. You're going to get some solid three-point shooter from Montes. Leonard Miller, you're going to get it from Norman Powell, who's going to support you and be well. Josh Giddey should be very, very happy about the Chicago Bulls team.
A core row. We got defenders for the perimeter and the core row on the bench.
Real.
Dalen Swain got some defense. Boy, we got a nicely built roster. If y'all sit back and look at it, this roster is nicely built.
For sure. And shout out to Caleb Wilson, man. He putting all that pressure on himself and he embracing it. C-Dub, he said he cried before the first Summer League game.
Okay, Caleb.
Because
Caleb. I see what he's trying to do. Don't give him everything, Caleb. Don't give him everything, Caleb. That's all I
agree with that. Yeah, I agree with don't give him everything, but I respect the aspect of it because he was out of basketball for so long. And that shows me, C-Dub, what we've been wanting in Chicago. Somebody that loves the game. Your coach shouldn't love the game more than you. You know
yeah, that's a great statement, nephew. That's a great statement.
Bro, it's I look at it like this.
That's a great statement.
If you want to be that guy, you gotta love the game. Kevin Durant, he loves the game. LeBron James, Stephen Curry. Go through the names of the greats around the league. They love the game.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might get a few people here that still are really, really good at basketball, but they don't love the game, and we see what the end results are. It don't always end in hosting that trophy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And that's not everybody. It's just some. So, I respect that he loves this game.
that is
But I agree with you. You can't give him everything.
can't give him everything. That is a great statement. And when I think about that statement you just said, you gotta love the game more than your coach or something like that. You just said.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, like you can look at Montes and tell me you could tell that he loved the game more than Billy Donovan. For some reason, I can't tell you why. But you could say that Montes loved the game more than Billy Donovan. You could tell Trey Jones loved the game more than a coach. You could tell the guys that is just ballers. It's just ballers. Caleb's a baller.
That's a
Dalen
perfect way to
Swain's
say
a
it.
baller. Noah Essegay's a baller. Leonard Miller is a baller. Like, we gonna see, man. I think we're gonna be surprised this season.
Definitely got to be a baller. Definitely got to be a baller, bro. But hey, man, we're gonna go ahead and close this thing out. You got anything left?
Thank you for all the support you guys been giving us lately. Make sure you still hit that like button, punch that subscribe button, man. We on our way to 15K, bro. Or is it 20K, nephew? We doing 20K? We gonna skip it around
20K,
15?
bro.
We going 20K.
20K, man.
He said 20K. We going 20K this time.
For real. We're going for the 20K. But hey, man, that is it from us today, y'all. Make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. But before you do, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all always see red, and y'all already know we're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace.
Cognac.